As we were discussing earlier, a judge has ruled that parts of Prince Harry's claim that News Group newspapers used illegal methods to gather information about him can go to trial, although his phone hacking claims were dismissed.
Well, yes, the Duke of Sussex claiming that private investigators and journalists working for The Sun and the News of the World had used illegal methods to gather information on him, allegations that NGN, the paper's publishers, strongly deny.
Well, we can now speak to former royal correspondent at The Sun, Charles Rae. Good afternoon to you, Charles. Thanks for joining us on GB News. So, is this a significant victory for The Sun or Prince Harry?
I would like to think it was a 0-0 draw at the moment. I think there's a slight victory for The Sun because the phone hacking element has been thrown out by the judge, and we've just got to deal with the allegations of private investigators. I don't quite understand the bit about the journalists, targeting. And I mean, targeting is a terrible word because it makes it sound as if it's something illegal. I mean, as a journalist, I used to do stories about members of the royal family all the time. I wouldn't say I was targeting. It was my job to do stories about them. But it'll be interesting. I think it's January, the court case starts. It could be a very lengthy court case. They're talking about going into 2025. So this isn't going to be an easy one to sort out. And Harry's going to have to prove that certain stories that were written were gathered by the use of private investigators. And if you remember from his appearance at the court when we were talking about the phone hacking, some of the stories he claimed were achieved through phone hacking were written when he didn't even have a mobile phone. So anyway, that's out of the way now. The phone hacking element is out of the way, and we've just got to deal with this. I mean, this is a serious allegation that he's making. There's no doubt about that. It's just going to happen, and it's going to be washing dirty linen in public again.
And it's not a criminal case as such. It will be a civil action before a judge, so no jury, and therefore it's the balance of probability. And I guess that the issue is the unlawful information gathering. That's going to be the crux of the matter. So it's going to, as you say, everything's going to be out in the open as to what these journalists and indeed the executives were doing.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, a journalist can write a story about a celebrity or a member of the royal family through legitimate means, like what I did. You find sources who are linked to the royal family. You have a story. You go to them and you ask them for comments on it. You see, the problem with the royal family is we could not ring up the monarch or the Prince of Wales or any other member of the royal family and ask directly to put allegations to them. We have to go through their press office. Now, sometimes their press office would just say no comment. Other times you'd be guided. But if he is suggesting that private investigators, which gives you the a sort of sleazy type world, and that journalists were using these private investigators, we'll have to wait and see just what evidence he's got on this.
OK, January is the date for the court, we think, or even later. But Charles, as ever, thanks for updating us with your view. Thank you.